You've seen this on Apple's website, on Stripe, on Linear, text that writes itself, content that fades into nothing, images that melt at their edges, like they belong to the page, not just sit on top of it. One CSS property makes all three of these happen. Mask image. It takes any gradient and turns it into an invisible scissor that cuts your element exactly where you tell it to. Here's how it actually works. The mental model is simple, and once it clicks, you'll see masks everywhere. White means, show the element here. Transparent means, hide the element here. Anything in between, like gray, means show it partially. That's where the soft edge comes from. So when you write, you're telling the browser, for the first 60% of this element, show everything, then smoothly fade to nothing. The gradient is not decorating the element. It is the shape of the element. Here's a pattern you'll use constantly. You have a card with text that overflows. The default solution is overflow, hidden, which gives you a brutal hard edge. Your users can tell the content was chopped. It feels broken. The mask image solution. Now the content doesn't look truncated. It looks intentionally previewed. The visual language says, there's more here, without screaming, I ran out of space. Real-world places you see this. Medium article cards, Linear's changelog, Notion's page previews, GitHub's long README previews. It's everywhere once you know what to look for. And here's the key insight. You're not adding anything to the element. You're subtracting. The gradient is negative space. This is the effect that makes people stop scrolling. A headline that writes itself. Not with a JavaScript typewriter, not with character-by-character spans, with a single CSS animation on the mask. The trick is at property. It lets you animate a CSS custom property as if it were a real value, which normally doesn't work. The reveal variable is the edge of the mask. As it animates from 0% to 110%, the visible region of the element grows from nothing to everything, left to right. Why cubic Bezier? It creates an ease and out that starts slow, accelerates through the middle, and settles gently. It feels like something sliding into place, not a mechanical scan. Why 110% instead of 100%? Because the last few characters would otherwise fade slightly due to floating point rounding. 110% guarantees the final state is fully visible. Radial gradients give you a completely different mask shape, circular or elliptical. And the most useful application is the vignette, making an image or element fade outward at its edges, so it appears to dissolve into the background. The ellipse keyword gives you control over the shape. 75% means the ellipse stretches to 85% of the element's width and height. At 50% centers it. Then, solid black in the center, transparent at the outer edges. This creates a spotlight effect. The eye is drawn to the center, the edges recede. It's a cinematic technique borrowed directly from film photography, now expressible in 3 lines of CSS. One more technique, the shimmer. This one combines mask image with background to create a light sweep that only lives inside the text shape. The trick: the after pseudo element duplicates the text using content colon. Then the background gradient, a bright diagonal streak, is clipped to the text outline via background clip, text. The streak animates across, and it can only be seen where the text exists. It's like painting light onto text, but the text is the canvas boundary. Mask image. 1 property, 4 real-world effects you'll use on actual projects. Linear fades for content previews. Animated sweeps for headline reveals. Radial vignettes for cinematic images. Shimmer beams for loading states and luxury UI. And that's all. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one.